Russia, land of icy plains and unforgiving winters. But beneath this stark beauty lies a darker reality, a penal system infamous for its brutality. Imagine a place where survival is a daily struggle, where hope is a luxury few can afford, where the air hangs heavy with despair and the silence screams. This is the reality of Russia's toughest prisons. Every year thousands disappear behind these forbidding walls, swallowed by a system as relentless as the Siberian winds. Russia's prisons have a long, dark history. These walls have witnessed untold suffering and despair, a testament to the brutal regimes that have come and gone. Centuries of Tsarist rule saw the birth of some of the harshest penal colonies on Earth. These were not just prisons, they were places designed to break the human spirit, to crush any semblance of hope. Siberia, a frozen wasteland, became synonymous with suffering and exile. The mere mention of Siberia evoked fear and dread, a place where the cold could freeze not just the body, but the soul. Prisoners, shackled and chained, were marched thousands of miles to these remote outposts. The journey itself was a grueling ordeal, with many perishing before they even reached their destination. Forced labor was the norm. Men and women were subjected to backbreaking work, often in the most extreme conditions. The labor camps were a place where human dignity was stripped away, replaced by a relentless grind of survival. Days were long and brutal, fueled by meager rations and the constant threat of violence. Escape was almost impossible. The guards were ruthless, and the environment itself was an ever-present adversary. The vast, unforgiving wilderness a more effective barrier than any wall, the endless expanse of snow and ice, the biting winds and the isolation made escape a near impossible feat. Those who tried often met a grim fate, succumbing to the elements or being recaptured and facing even harsher punishment. The stories of those who endured these conditions are harrowing. Letters and documents from the time reveal the depths of despair and the incredible resilience of the human spirit. These personal accounts provide a window into the daily horrors faced by the prisoners. Today, Siberia still holds the echoes of its brutal past. While the penal colonies are long gone, the land remains a stark reminder of the suffering that once took place here. The beauty of the landscape is contrasted by the dark history that it conceals. Memorials and monuments now stand in remembrance of those who suffered and perished. These sites serve as a solemn reminder of the past, ensuring that the stories of these individuals are not forgotten. The Tsarist regime may have ended, but its legacy of brutality and oppression left an indelible mark on Russian history. The echoes of this dark period continue to resonate, a stark reminder of the capacity for human cruelty. As one former prisoner wrote, "In Siberia we were not just exiled, we were erased." These words capture the essence of the suffering endured and the resilience required to survive such unimaginable conditions. The echoes of Tsarist brutality serve as a powerful reminder of the past, urging us to remember and learn from history's darkest chapters. Within these concrete tombs, survival hinges on a brutal set of rules. New inmates quickly learn to harden themselves to the relentless psychological pressure. "You have to become invisible," whispers Dmitri, a former inmate, his eyes shadowed with memories. "Don't attract attention, don't trust anyone." His words paint a chilling picture of life inside. Overcrowded cells reeking of sweat and despair. Food scarce and often rotten. Violence, a constant threat, lurking in every shadow. The Soviet era cast a long shadow over Russia's prisons. Under Stalin's iron grip, the Gulag system emerged. A vast network of labor camps designed to crush dissent and fuel the Soviet machine. Millions were swept up in the terror. Innocent men, women, and children condemned to a living death in these frozen wastelands. The Gulags may be gone, but their legacy lingers. The brutality, the dehumanization, the casual disregard for human life. Today, Russia's prisons remain shrouded in secrecy. Human rights abuses are rife. Torture and extortion are commonplace. The guards, often as brutal as the inmates they oversee, rule with an iron fist. "You are nothing," whispers Victor, another former inmate, his voice trembling. "Just a number. They can do whatever they want to you." His words are a stark reminder of the powerlessness that defines life inside. The constant threat of violence and intimidation hangs heavy in the air. Section 6. Finding Hope in Darkness. Acts of Resistance. Yet, even in this abyss of despair, the human spirit endures. Acts of resistance, however small, flicker like candles in the darkness. Inmates find solace in shared stories, whispered jokes, and smuggled scraps of paper filled with forbidden poetry. We had to find ways to hold on to our humanity, explains Dmitri, a flicker of defiance in his eyes, to remind ourselves that we were still alive, that we were still human. Section 7. Beyond the razor wire. Dreams of freedom. In the cold, harsh reality of prison life, dreams of freedom are the lifeline that many inmates cling to. The razor wire and barbed fences may confine their bodies, but their minds wander to a world beyond these barriers. Dreams of freedom sustain many. These dreams are not just fleeting thoughts, they are vivid, detailed visions of a life that could be. They imagine the simple pleasures that most people take for granted. The thought of walking free, of stepping through the gates and leaving the past behind, is a powerful motivator. It's the hope that keeps them going through the darkest days, of feeling the sun on their skin, of embracing loved ones. The warmth of the sun, the touch of a loved one, these are the dreams that fuel their spirits. They long for the day they can reunite with family and friends, to feel the joy of human connection once more. But even for those lucky enough to be released, the journey is far from over. The transition from incarceration to freedom is fraught with challenges. The scars of imprisonment run deep. The psychological toll of years spent behind bars can be overwhelming. Many struggle with feelings of isolation and depression, the stigma of a criminal record which follows them like a shadow, making it difficult to find employment or housing. Society often views them with suspicion and distrust, the struggle to rebuild shattered lives. They must navigate a world that has moved on without them, trying to piece together a new existence from the fragments of their old lives. Freedom is a beautiful thing, says Victor, a former inmate who has managed to rebuild his life. He speaks of the beauty of a sunrise, the tranquility of a serene landscape, and the simple joy of being able to make his own choices. A wistful smile crossing his face. But even as he smiles, there is a hint of sadness in his eyes, a reminder of the years lost and the struggles endured. But it can be a lonely place when you've lost everything. Freedom, while precious, can also be a solitary journey. Many former inmates find themselves alone, having lost connections with family and friends during their time in prison. They walk a lonely path, trying to find their place in a world that has changed so much in their absence. Section 8. Scars of Survival, the Human Cost. Russia's toughest prisons are more than just places of punishment. They are crucibles, forging resilience in the face of unimaginable hardship. But they are also factories of despair, churning out broken men and women forever marked by their experiences. The stories of survivors serve as a stark reminder of the human cost of these brutal systems, a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit. Section 9. An unflinching spirit, a testament to human resilience. To survive in Russia's toughest prisons is to stare into the abyss and refuse to blink. These prisons are not just places of confinement. They are arenas where the human spirit is tested to its limits. The walls are cold, the cells are small, and the days are long. Yet within these harsh conditions, a fire burns within the hearts of the inmates. It is a fire of resilience, of an unyielding will to live, to fight, and to hope. It is a testament to the indomitable nature of the human spirit. The strength to endure, to stand tall even when the world seems to be crumbling around you, is a remarkable trait. These individuals, despite being stripped of their freedom, find ways to assert their humanity. They form bonds, they create art, they dream of a better future. Their spirit is unbroken, their resolve unshaken. They are living proof that the human spirit can withstand even the most brutal of circumstances. The stories of those who have endured these places, who have emerged, scarred but unbroken, are a powerful reminder of the importance of hope, even in the darkest of times. These narratives are not just tales of survival, they are lessons in resilience. They teach us that no matter how dire the situation, there is always a glimmer of hope. These former inmates share their experiences, not to evoke pity, but to inspire. They remind us that the human spirit is capable of incredible feats of endurance and strength. They challenge us to confront the inhumanity of these systems and to fight for a world where such places no longer exist. The resilience of these individuals calls us to action. It urges us to advocate for change, to demand better conditions, and to work towards a more just and humane society. Their stories are a call to arms, a plea for empathy and understanding. They remind us that we all have a role to play in creating a world where every human being is treated with dignity and respect. Let us honor their resilience by striving to build a better future for all.